Welcome back, City Skylines players and fans, to Capital City. This is the airport project 2.0. We have laid down the plane stands and the concourses, the concourse hubs, taxiways, the runways. We've even added a couple runways over here on the other side. And the last video, towards the end there, we were connecting these roadways to the terminals. We were connecting them to the inner roundabout, or the inner perimeter road here. And I got those both connected on this side of the airport. So this side over here is still open. But I got those connected, got all the angles correct there. I think it looks alright. I may adjust, well, there is one piece there that I forgot to delete. There we go. There's a couple of them I forgot to delete here. And we'll go back through and do the landscaping and everything at a later date. Get this looking very nice. And I think I am going to adjust this corner right here. I think it's a little sharp. It'll still work, but I think just with the other one being nice and smooth. But we'll go through and fix that, so we'll get that taken care of. Right now, what we're going to do today, we are going to add, start the little project that we were wanting to do on these four corners. And then these spaces right in here. So the first thing we're going to do, we spoke over a couple videos about laying this airport out and thinking about security checkpoints and that type of stuff. That the security checkpoints, like you would come into this terminal here, and if you had a flight pass or boarding pass for these gates, you could go through this checkpoint right here. And then there would not be another checkpoint on this side. This would be an open concourse all the way down to this terminal. And then there is a subway connection, metro connection, between this large terminal and these terminal hubs. Well, sorry, the terminal hub here. Terminal hub here and a terminal hub here. So there's a subway connection between, and then I think what we'll do is we'll link this side up with this side. I think is what we'll do. So what we're going to do is get that. Well, we'll hold off on that. We'll hold off on that right now. But anyway, the checkpoints, security checkpoints, would be on this side to go down these these gateways, or these concourses for the gates, and then you would come up out of the subway here, maybe some shopping in here, or maybe there's a checkpoint here before you get on the subway, and then you would have to have boarding passes for this area, these gates here, in order to get down these concourses. And then come over here. Of course, this is an open concourse all the way to this, and then there would be a security checkpoint here to get down this concourse for these gates, and then there would be a checkpoint here to get down this concourse for all these gates. The reason why I did that is because we are going to run another concourse right here. May need to adjust that a little bit with good old Move It. Yeah. And down. All right. So now that we have this laid in here, what we're going to do is we'll bring this out another 20, and we may need to back that off a little bit because I don't think it needs to be a whole 20. But what we're going to do is we are going to use these public transportation connections. And we have two of them, well, three of them come with the game, or come with the DLC. The bus connection, and you can connect that right to the concourse. You have the elevated metro and the train. And then I downloaded this from the workshop, and this is a monorail metro station. Or excuse me, a monorail station that works just like the train and the metro, connects right to the concourse, just like the other ones. So what we're going to do, we are going to connect the station right here. I guess we'll connect it. And then maybe just move it to pull it out a little bit. There we go. Because I want it out far enough where it doesn't create much of an angle there. But I don't want it so far out that the gangways or the crossings there come out. I guess that is a little bit of a... Yeah, we'll leave it just like that. And then on this other side, this is part of the idea that I'm working on, that I'm going to experiment with here, is we're going to take the elevated metro and we're going to drop it right here on this side. And see, in theory, by doing this, people have free access between down this concourse into this, in and out of this terminal, and then to this point, and then they need to go through a checkpoint to get on this concourse to get to these gates, and then they need to go through a checkpoint with a boarding pass on this concourse with these gates. But they could walk freely to this side to catch the monorail or the metro. And what I'm going to do is, now that we have that set up, is I'm going to try to use the metro here. If I can get the right, there we go. I am going to try to use the metro, create a metro route on top of the airport here, and that connects these different areas. Elevate this a little bit, so maybe we'll come out of this, and this is at 30 feet, so we probably need to go to, well, give me a estimate on the feet this way. No, we'll not. Okay, so we'll have to play this by ear. So we'll say we'll elevate that by a couple runs up, and that's now, still says, yeah, it doesn't recognize move it, but so we'll elevate this up just a little bit, to maybe 43 feet. And we above the, yep, not quite. So we'll get to, go to 49 feet. And then we'll use that node there. And then we should be able to use this node maybe. No? Not. Okay. Well, we'll have to elevate up. And we'll go back down to And of course, all of this is subject to changing and adjusting everything to get it to look just right. And then what we want to do here is we want to bring this in like this, because we want to take one of these monorail stations and put it right here, and we're going to have to adjust that a little bit. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to adjust the track there. Okay, so let's try to get that on the other side, pretty close to the same spot. Okay, so I guess don't want to pull it out too far. There. Okay. So I think that's about the same on both sides there. Yeah, so what we'll need to do is readjust the track here. And I do some of the concourse, which won't be a problem, because we just kind of slip it right in there. And that was absolutely awful. There we go. Okay, that's better. Now, what we'll need to do is go back to the metro. I keep hitting the wrong one. There we go. And this is going to start to angle out a little bit here and move up. Alright, and then pick this. Honestly, that doesn't look half bad. I really don't like this little hump in the middle here, but I was trying to get it up over the terminal, so let's see if we can drop that down just a little bit without making it too. And we can't do that because we got clipping there. So, yeah, that's about as. So what we'll need to do is raise the other sides, raise the two sides up. And then we'll need to pick, what we'll need to do is pick this node and move it a little bit closer to that, and then change the height to this node here. Alright, so that's even on both sides there. And then maybe even raise this node a little bit, just to even it out just a little bit. And that's going to kind of look awkward because of the turn there. But there. All right. It's a good deal. I think that works fine. I mean, obviously we'll go in and put uh, more of the pillars in and stuff, make it look a little bit better there. Let's go ahead and try to move this over. Just like that. And actually, that didn't work too bad. That worked pretty good. Um, angle that just a little bit there. Because these metros, gradual ascents and descents, gradual curves, everything's got to be, it's just like a train. It's got to be very, very gradual, and there can't be any steep anything. So I think that works good there. I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and grab this, push this in just a little bit, just to make that a little even. And then, right now, I may mess with this later, but for right now, I'm just going to fill this in with concrete, with paint. I mean, we may do something a little bit different with that. I may do it with gravel. I don't know. We'll fill it in with concrete right now, just because that's what we're going to do, and just to get it to look all right. And then we'll need to put, I'd probably say at least another pillar in here, and then we'll probably do another pillar there. Not sure if we'll need to do pillars up here or not, because it looks like it's the exception of these two areas on both sides there. There's really not much space in between there. It sits right on top of the concourse, and then obviously we'll do a pillar, maybe a pillar here, and then that works good there. So what we'll need to do, we will need to do some landscaping in here, obviously, because of these bushes and flowers and stuff here, so we'll need to mess with that, but we'll get that taken care of. So we'll need to do the same thing over here. Yeah. First thing I'm going to do is connect these two. Ooh, that definitely did not work. So we'll go 5 and 5 at 155.5. So we'll see how that works. 5 and 5. Let's turn off everything here. 5 and 5. Probably should have just did the 0.6 because that's probably about, yeah. There we go. That's close as we're gonna get. And then I don't know. That might be too sharp. See if Move It can straighten that out a little bit. Snap tool really doesn't do much for that. Definitely need some more podiums in there. There. That looks pretty good. And then obviously we may need to move this aircraft. Make that a restricted area as it moves up onto this concourse. I'm wondering if there's a way I could use the move it to copy this. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll have to do it manually then. So we'll take care of that. We'll run that all the way along there. And then as far as the metro or the monorail goes, what we'll do is we will down. We do this entire arc here. So what I'm thinking is, what is that? A 4-lane? I bet we don't have a 4-lane one-way, do we? No, we don't. Okay. So what we'll do is we will down. These angles off. Okay, there we go. Run this down. We'll run this down to 15, and then yeah, that's actually pretty nice. And we grab. If you're new to PC with Move It, you want with the monorail. For some reason, it's not this large one is the pillar, and the small one is the pillar and the node. So I'm not sure why that is with that, but that's the way it works with the monorail system. It's the same thing. Well, yeah. See, like I can move that pillar, but there isn't a small circle over here because it's connected to that station. All right. Well, that looks good there. I don't know. Maybe move this over just a little bit. Maybe arc that just a little bit. Yeah, I think that even looks better. So then we'll grab a pillar and copy a pillar, and then we'll put a pillar right here. Right on the other side of the sidewalk here. Yeah. There we go. Works just fine. Good deal. So, and then we'll reconfigure that arc. So now on this end, we will have a monorail station, and the monorail will go from here, connect there, and then stop here, which I know is kind of redundant, but I'm thinking maybe one of these could be departure, the other one could be like you're getting on the train, and then the other one could be getting off the train or something like that. I don't know. But in order to make it look right, I think it would kind of look goofy with only one station on this side, but I'm not sure. Because how else? I guess you could have it run all the way around and then just come back up here to the top. Actually, I may just do that. Maybe take this station out and then have it run up to the top here. over to this side and then run all the way down, and then we're going to do the exact same thing over here. We're going to have a monorail station and a above ground metro over here, and then we're actually going to have a train station on this side too. So we will have 3 of them, which we'll have to make sure that we make it look right, because it'll kind of get a little gaudy looking with that many. But we'll have a train station over here also, and I'll have to figure out how we're going to do this, because the train station the train will be going out this direction, and coming out, or going underground and coming over, and then probably going above ground and crossing the river. And then there'll be a station here, and then it'll cross the river and then cut over, and then it'll arc to right here. And then that goes through this tunnel. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, it goes through this tunnel, goes through this train trench here, and then arcs under and comes up right here to this transportation hub, which connects to another train that connects over to this transportation hub, and a metro that goes into the inner circle of the city, and obviously the metro that goes around the middle ring of the city. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and off camera, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other side of the airport. We're going to run this all the way over, and then I will do the exact same thing. Trying to decide, let me know in the comments what you think on that, whether we should have just a station on this side, and then maybe run the tracks around just like this, and then up above, and then run it all the way down to have it, and then not have a station on this side. And then we'll just do that on both sides. We'll have a station over here, but we won't have one here. Just to ask me or leave in the comments what you think of that. What you think we should do there on that. Another thing I thought about doing is maybe putting a lounge in, because this track is above this. We should be able to put a lounge in right here. And there's a little bit of clipping there, but we can take care of that. Well, actually, yeah, that might be a little bit much there. So we'll just have one lounge on this side. Yeah, I think that will work. And then, in all actuality, we could probably have another lounge down here too, really. Another 2 lounges, because this is all open. There's no security checkpoints in this area. This is an all open concourse, so we could do that. We could have another couple, and then we could do that on the other end too. Now I'm still looking on the poll on one of the video there about when I put these decorations in, whether the color scheme looks better with the dark blue and the light blue with the VIP tower, VIP lounge tower, or whether it looks better with all 3 of them that virtually the same color. I'm kind of still undecided on that. I'm just waiting to see what comments are in there to see if I get how many votes I get on that, and see what we can do. So like I said, off camera, what I'm going to do is put these, basically duplicate this over here, and get everything fitting, and then the next video we'll go in and we will do the train station. Trying to decide if I'm going to do the train station on this side or this side, and it would make more sense to do it on this side because there would be less track delay, obviously. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. There's some clipping on that runway there, but we'll take care of that. But I'm trying to decide which way. It makes more logical sense to have it on this side, just because it's less distance for the train to travel. It'd be less expensive to do it that way, and it'll just go into a tunnel and go under the road, and then under anything that would through here, under the taxiway, the runway, and then it would come up over here, uh, and then circle around and go across the river right here, and then go through there. I thought about maybe doing having it cross above this and then arcing over and turning, and then doing a river crossing here and having it station here, but I think it would be better to have it here and then have it cross right here. Just come off this. This will have to be like a viaduct or some sort of elevated rail all the way down. So to make that gradual descent down, it'll make it easier if we do it on this side and then come over this way. So is what we'll do. Alright, so thanks for staying with me for the whole, well, looks like we're coming up on 32 minutes here. Thanks for staying with me the whole 32 minutes. If you have any comments, suggestions about the airport, by no means I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on making airports or how any of this works. But I'm just kind of playing around with it, looking at it, making it look good, and playing with the new DLC here. Any comments, feel free to leave those. Hit that like button for the video, and support the channel. Hit that subscribe button, and so we can keep bringing the content. Thank you for your time, and as always, remember, do the long game.